uh, Welcome to our second Grange Month Zoom tonight. Tonight is spring training for Grange baseball with the National Grange youth and junior teams, and they are led by our junior and youth development director, Samantha Wilkins, who I'm going to hand the program over to for the rest of the night because I just get to hang out and play along. So, Samantha, take it away.
Hey there. Hi there. Hi. Yes, as Phil said, I am Samantha Wilkins, the National Junior Youth Director. I have my team with me here tonight. We've got Gail Switzer, one of our outstanding young patrons from Pennsylvania, Whitaker, another outstanding young patron from North Carolina, and then Nettie Hartley, our junior ambassador from Rhode Island. So I'm excited to have you guys on. I know Carrie have any of you guys played Grange baseball before? Okay, Autumn has. Awesome. Well, then you guys are in for a treat. We're going to do things a little bit differently than if we were doing them in person because we are going to, I pulled some of the most popularly drawn questions for Grange baseball for when we actually play Grange baseball at regional conferences. And so tonight we're going to test your knowledge on some of those questions. So typically we at a regional conference break up into two teams, the Golden Chiefs and the Blue Agates, and everybody, any of the youth and juniors, everybody that wants to participate can participate. And then we go off of essentially their highest average are the ones that move on as the Silver Sluggers to national session. So we get three youth and three juniors that have the opportunity to move on, but we do open it up to adults to play if we have additional seats and stuff as well. So our scoring is based off of singles, doubles, triples, and home runs. And so tonight we're not going to play necessarily just like that. Every question is a single, but they have been pulled from questions that fall into some of the home runs, doubles, and triples and whatnot. So I was going to send everybody into breakout rooms, but we might be able to individually test you guys unless we get more that jump on here and go from there. So we have 3 rounds that we are going to play tonight. Our first round is called the Who's Who round. So it's all about the names and different important people in the Grange, in Grange history. And then our second round is Grange work. So any things that have to do in relation with our ritual or our history of our Grange meetings. And then the last round is all about the numbers. So every question, it kind of correlates to some sort of date or time or number. So what do you think? Should we do it all together? Have you guys had a chance to look at the questions?
I say we just do a round robin and test people here in the room.
All right, we can do that. Our first question of the night. So the Who's Who round. We're going to go through the national officers. That's one of the questions that is frequently pulled is who are our national officers, their names, and the states that they're from. Why is this stuff important? Because sometimes you may need to contact those people. Sometimes it's great to say, these people. There's I'm sure a number of reasons to know why they're, where they're from and who they are. So we'll start off easy. President, who is our National Grange president? Miss Joan.
Betsy Huber from the state of Pennsylvania, and I think her town is Lincoln.
Ooh, she's even getting all down specific. All right. Our vice president, Nettie.
Chris Hamp from Washington State.
Good job. All right. Who could name our 4 executive committee members? Okay, one of them. All right, Carrie. Oh. All right, Joan, you got
Leroy Watson.
Where is he from?
New Hampshire.
Okay. Today, right? All right, Gail.
Depends on the day.
All right, did Carrie give one?
So Carrie's mic doesn't work sometimes. So Carrie, what was yours again?
Schaefer from
Lin-
Illinois.
Yeah, Lynette
Yeah,
Schaefer from
Lynette.
Illinois.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. Phil Prelli from somewhere in the Northeast. He's not Vermont, is it? No.
He's from
I can't-
Connecticut, but he is no
Connecticut.
longer on the executive committee.
Oh, geez.
I
Okay,
know.
I can remember.
No,
Autumn.
Susan Noah from Oregon.
Okay, there's one more. Buddy, I mean, Phil.
That would be Buddy Overstreet from Texas.
Good job. All right, our national lecturer. Who are they? Nettie.
Ann Bircher from, oh, it was snowing the other day. Where's she? Minnesota.
Yep. All right, Carrie, this one is for you. Who is the national secretary?
Secretary is Debbie Campbell from Pennsylvania.
Good job. All right. Let's see. Who is our national chaplain? Autumn.
Barbara from Florida.
Good job. You know her last name?
I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
Bordereau. You're good. All right, our national steward. Joan.
Chip Norval from the big state of Delaware.
All right. Assistant steward. Phil.
John Plank from Indiana.
Good job. A lady assistant steward.
Nope.
Over Nettie.
From Massachusetts. And she married Glenn. Kathy Gibson.
There you go.
I don't remember her first name.
That's all right. Our national treasurer, Jessica. You know this
Me. Joe Goodrich from Vermont.
Good job. All right. Our national gatekeeper. Gail.
Chris Johnson from Michigan.
All right. National series. Autumn.
Cindy Greer. Oh gosh.
West. She's in the West.
Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. National Pomona. Our youth team, our leadership team should know this one. They
They
met
know
her. Nettie.
Kay Styles from Maryland.
Yes. And last but not least, our national flora. Phil.
You keep looking at me and being like, I'm not going to call on him. That would be Walina Schufelt from Oklahoma.
Good job. All right, we'll do a bonus round of names. Our Assembly of Demeter. Who is our High Priest of Demeter? Gail.
Roger Bostwick from Kansas.
Good job. All right, our Priest Archon. Joan.
Well, let me think. It's Archon Martha Steph. No, that's the other one. Yeah.
Gail should know this. She said the name earlier.
Just
Our Parliament issues and meeting. Phil Pelly from Connecticut.
good job. All right, and then our
Oh,
priestess
that's
analyst.
right.
That's Martha Stefanoni from California.
Good job. All right. These should be fairly easy. Who is our National Youth and Junior Grange Director? Jessica.
You.
Oh, me. Huh. Our National Membership
Where's she
Director.
from?
Where am I
Where's
from?
she from?
Texas.
Yep. Good job. Our National Membership Director. Nettie.
Amanda Bronzano.
Where's she from?
Pennsylvania.
Good job. Our National Communications Director.
I haven't met him.
No, nobody knows him. Autumn.
Phil.
Where's Phil from?
Pennsylvania.
All right, our National Community Service Director. Gail.
Pete Pomper, and currently he's from South Carolina, but also known from New Jersey and many other places.
Many other places. I like that. All right, National Legislative Director. Joan.
Burton Eller. And I think he's, he doesn't live in DC, he lives right outside. I'll say Virginia.
I think Virginia's correct.
That's
I said
right.
that's where the farm is, so I'm gonna go with that. All right, who are our 7 founders? Y'all can team up and get them together.
Oliver Hudson Kelly.
Mhm.
William Saunders.
William Ireland.
John Thompson,
John Trimble.
Aaron Grosh,
Isn't
Francis.
there John.
Yep, Francis McDowell. There we go.
All right, who is known as the 8th founder of the Grange?
Caroline.
Carolyn Hall.
I'm
There
sorry.
you go. All right.
Spell it.
This name the members of the National Youth and Junior Leadership teams. They are excluded from these answering.
Oh,
Give this one to Jessica. Jessica, who are they?
The young people on this call.
Got it. Autumn, Gail, and Nettie. All right. Who was the first National Youth Director? Gail.
Justy,
Yes. All right. Who was the first woman to serve as a state master? Nettie.
is that Karen Overstreet?
No. Gail.
Sarah Baird,
Yes.
What was
Okay.
the answer?
Sarah Baird from Minnesota.
Oh, I was
Minnesota.
In the early 1900s.
not even.
What women's suffrage heroine last public appearance was at a National Grange convention? Jessica.
Susan B. Anthony.
Correct. Good job, guys. Y'all made it through round 1. Whew. That is the who's who round. All of those questions were pulled from actual Grange baseball questions. There are tons and tons of questions surrounding a lot of people. Of course, our national officers, their names, where they're from, but there's also a lot of questions about our founders and some of their history specifically, like I'm like where they're buried, who their wives were, how many children they had. So as you guys are preparing for the regional conferences, those are some of the things that you guys can look up and start researching and preparing your youth for. All right, our second round, we'll just leave it open. You guys can call it the answers. First question, what 2 items do you need to legally open a meeting?
Flag and a Bible.
Correct. What do the following things mean? 1 rap of the gavel.
Calls the Grange to order.
The Grange when standing.
Mhm.
Yep, those 2 things. It calls the Grange to order and seats the Grange when standing. All right, 2 raps of the gavel.
Calls
Officers. Yep. Calls the officers to rise. All right, 3 raps of the gavel.
everyone rise.
Perfect. All right, seasons. What season is symbolized in the 4th degree?
Winter,
Good. 2nd degree.
Summer.
Summer.
Summer. 1st,
Spring.
Spring.
and then 3rd,
Fall.
fall.
Harvest.
All right, so like as you can see, like it goes in order. 1st is spring, 2nd summer, 3rd fall, and 4th is winter. So it goes in the order of the seasons with the year. Which officers carry a staff? Nettie.
lady assistant steward, steward, and gatekeeper.
Perfect. What object is placed 1/3 the distance from the series to the overseer? Autumn.
The altar.
The altar, correct. How many members must be present for a quorum? Nettie.
7.
Right, 7. All right, what is the lesson of the first degree? Autumn.
Okay.
Faith, correct. Second degree? Gail.
Oh,
Third? Jessica.
Charity.
And fourth?
Fidelity.
I heard it, fidelity. Y'all are so smart. Look at you go. Okay, next one. What item does the president open to signify the Grange is open in ample form? Nettie.
Implement box.
Yes. What are the first 3 orders of business in a Grange meeting? Autumn.
To open the Grange, roll call of officers, and records of last meeting.
Yes, correct. All right, last one for this round. This one's a tough one. What is the mission statement of the Grange? This was revamped and published in 2019.
I believe Joan helped write it, so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, had to be less than 21 words, and it is. I think it's 17 words. Let's see, the word family is in there. The word agriculture is in there. The word education, community, but I'm not sure I know the order of them all, but those words are all in there.
All right, it's the Grange.
Family is in there, I think.
Yeah, families in there. Okay, the Grange strengthens individuals, families, and communities through grassroots action, service, education, advocacy, and agricultural awareness.
That's right.
It's a good one to know.
How
So
many
we're-
words is that? How many words is that?
1, 2, 3. 16. All right, that completed that round. You guys are flying through this. That's okay. That's good. All right, our next round is all about the numbers. There are 11 questions, so you guys will. Oh, good job, Phil. Thanks. What month is Grange Month?
April.
April. Yeah, y'all can call them out. What is the National Grange's birthday?
December 14th. 4th. All right. 1867.
Good job. What year did the Junior Grange begin? Nettie.
18.
I'm gonna stump her on this one.
This is stump.
All right, Gail.
I know.
It was August 1888. I don't know the date though. I don't know if anybody knows the date.
Good job. And what state did it start?
Texas.
All right, good job. What is the current address of the National Grange headquarters? Come on, who am I gonna call? Nettie, go for it.
1616. Is it H Street? District of Columbia.
H Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C. And the zip code is 20006.
Oh, okay.
All right, how many stories are in the National Grange headquarters building?
Well,
Autumn?
There's 11, but if you include like the basement, then it's like 12 or 13. something like-
13. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it's 11 stories is like the actual stories of the building, and then there's the basement and the sub basement, which makes 13.
I thought there was a sub basement, but I couldn't remember. I haven't actually been to the sub basement, I don't think so.
All right, let's see. At what age can someone join the Grange? Nettie?
Say it
5.
again, Nettie. There we go.
What'd you say?
5.
The Grange, the subordinate Grange, sorry.
Oh, 14.
Mm,
15. 14 and a half.
13.
13 and a half.
13 and a half.
13 and a half.
Um,
But what age can you join the junior Grange?
5 years.
5.
Yes. All right. This is a new one. How many subordinate Granges are needed to organize a state Grange? Joan?
6.
That's right. That is new as of this last year's national session. So what date did Dwight D. Eisenhower dedicate the National Grange building?
I think it was
1952, I would think, wasn't it? No, that's when he
It
was
wasn't
elected.
57.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I stumped y'all. Did I finally find one that stumped y'all?
For some reason, July 18th is in my head.
June 29th,
Oh.
1960.
60.
1960.
Hmm.
All right. How many divisions of the Grange are there?
What does divisions mean?
Like types of Grange, I guess.
Okay.
Gail,
There's 7.
name them.
Juniors, subordinate, Pomona, state, national, and then the Assembly of Demeter. I'm missing one. Youth? Is youth
No.
one?
No,
No.
so it's 6. It's 6.
6. It is 6.
Yeah.
Oops.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You got them all though. How many no votes can prevent someone from obtaining membership? Autumn.
3.
Correct. Good job. Oh, and that concluded them
Is
all.
that still true in the digest after we changed a lot of that? That's still in there?
I think so. I can check quickly.
I was like, fact
You know
check.
what we changed a lot of that for membership. Just curious.
Yeah, let me go check. It's going to take me a little while to flip through. So you keep going, Sam, and I will find the answer.
No, you're
'Cause I
good.
think-
That completed. That was the last question of the questions. So as you can see, like there is a pretty wide variety of questions. All of the answers. Now I'm going to go through the most some of the most recent changes that have happened. But all of the questions are gathered from these resources: the National Grange roster, the youth program book, the junior program books, past trivia challenges, the Grange manual, the first 4 degrees, Grange history books, digest of laws, and the journal of proceedings. So like I said, everyone is welcome to participate in this contest at regional conferences. I try and do something maybe at your state level, some fun activities that would engage your youth to participate, to get excited about some of these questions. Sometimes you overthink it and you don't necessarily think you know the answers, but it's been proven more and more that like our youth really do know some of these facts, even though they may not think they do, especially like the juniors. Almost at every regional conference that we've had juniors participate, they've kind of slaughtered the youth in knowing the answers. So our youth and our juniors are definitely paying attention to some of these things. And so it's just a fun way to engage them in some of our history and ritual and just general Grange facts. We set up the halls like a little baseball field kind of, and in person they get to essentially they don't have to run the bases, but they'll move bases based on what they'll draw a question, and it's going to be a single, double, triple, or home run question. If they get it, they will move those bases, and they move their players and move the players into home as they answer questions. So their averages are based on what they got, the questions that they got right, and that's all how I guess it's their batting average. So we are looking forward to some great regional conferences this year. We are going to be in let's see, we'll be in Texas for Great Plains in early June. We'll be in Wisconsin for Midwest Conference the next weekend. Then we'll be, let's see, from there we'll jump to Vermont for the Northeast Youth Conference, and then we'll go to North Carolina for the Eastern Conference, and then California to round out all of our regional conferences in August, the first part of August, or no, the end of
California,
It's California and then North Carolina, sorry. So we're excited to have a fun regional conference season this year. The youth and junior teams are working hard to put some great workshops together and contests, and yeah. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to.
Well, I do want to say Joan was right that we
Did it
did change in the digest
I will
that
make-
balloting for new members shall be by simple majority. So it would take 51% of your membership to vote no on somebody.
All right.
Okay.
Nice call, Joan.
Or
I've gotta go through it.
50% plus one person, however.
Yeah,
that works out.
I just received the questions just not too long ago, and so I've been kind of scrolling through them and pulling ones that are still valid, ones that are not. So I will definitely make that change and update.
So do you provide the questions for the regional contests?
Mhm.
Yes, yeah. National Grange brings all the contests.
So Sam will bring everything she needs to run.
Yeah, I
She'll
would say
bring the
I
timers,
probably,
the cheer
because
gear.
of budget issues, I probably won't go to Vermont, but either somebody from my committee or one of my youth, I think Gail is gonna try, I think she's trying to make that one. But if not, somebody that we put in charge will like handle the contest portion. Do you,
Okay, good.
yeah, no, you're good.
But Sam, the
Yes.
host still has to get the judges though, correct? For like the
public
sign a
speaking and sign a
song?
song, yes.
Yeah, the dish,
But
I mean,
that's not the word. I mean, if we need to pull somebody when we get there, we can do that too. We've done that pretty often at most of the regionals. Unless we have a big slew of competitors, but usually we'll know more or less like a week or two before. We should know how many people we have signed up for those contests. But yeah, that'll be fun. But anyway, well, that kind of concludes our first round of spring training and getting your mind thinking about Grange baseball and some fun Grange facts. So we hope you guys had a little bit of fun with that. We'll have to get more people on for the next training.
And
do
I
you
will,
have a home run question that you could share with the crowd?
Sure. Let me pull up those questions real quick.
The only person I ever knew that did a home run question was Chris Hamp. Many, many, many years ago. She pulled it out of the hat and it said a home run question. They're like amazing.
some of the home runs are toughies. Now there are some home runs that are common knowledge that we tend to just second guess ourselves on.
Mhm.
That
Oh, okay.
like some of the home runs you get and you're like, oh, that's a home run? Well, geez. And then there's
I feel
some
good
that
about
I'm like,
that.
how would anybody? How would we?
All right. It's opening. Hold on.
Wrote his wife's reverend mother or something like that. That was one of mine one year.
One
Very
was
interesting.
one of mine, I think, was who wrote the original Grange Melodies songbook, or like who compiled it, I think was one of them. And I was like, I don't know. I never had one, but now I do because eBay.
Let's see. All right. Some of the questions are like, what are the symbols of the degrees? Like, so what is the symbols of the first degree? And that would be
Like the
spring,
axe.
Oh,
childhood, and the seed.
oh,
Oh, not the buds and the blossoms. So they're looking for.
The blossoms are the second.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say this is the second degree. The symbols of the second degree would be summer, youth, fruit blossoms, and the plant. Third would be autumn, manhood, flowers, the fruit, and the ripened grain. And then the fourth would be winter, old age, and the feast.
What was the last word? What was the last thing?
Feast.
Feast. Oh,
Yep.
feast.
Some of the other questions are, where was Oliver Hudson Kelly born?
New York.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't Minnesota.
And then some of them are where the founders buried. So where is Oliver Hudson Kelly buried?
Minnesota.
He's in Rock Creek Cemetery in Washington.
DC. We could have. We should have added that to our trip, Nettie.
Oh, we should have. Because we could have seen him and William Saunders, right?
Are both buried there.
Yep.
Carolina.
And then like another one, which founder was at the Gettysburg Address?
Ooh, I know. It was
William
William Saunders
Yes.
because he designed Gettysburg National Memorial.
Which founders authored Mentor in the Granges? That was Grosh. And one of them was, which of the 7 founders was the first to die?
Oh, gee.
William Ireland.
Hmm.
So most of the home run questions are more specific about the founders. That's kind of what I am seeing off of those. We're going to throw in some new questions this year too. So, but still most of those are the mission statement was one that was a home run question. That one's hard. But some of them are like, how many children does John Trimble have? How many children did he have? What was his wife's name? Where is he buried? Some of those are similar questions for founders. I would say, and then when it gets into the triples, a lot of those are dates. Some of them are founder questions. Be adding some new questions in this year and changing up some of the older ones and updating some of the answers and things like that. So we'll be ready for June for our first regional conferences. But yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. I had fun. I had fun going through these questions and reminding myself of some of these because it's been a little while since I've gone over them again. So getting regional ready.
Well, I'll wrap it up and say thank you all for joining us for our Grange Month Zoom. This will be put up on our YouTube channel, so point people toward it when they're trying to study for their trivia. I'll also have a link that links people to the questions that we used tonight, so people can look right at them and study off of those, so they'll know something when the time comes for the contest at regionals. Our next Zoom for Grange Month is coming up on the 11th, so that's this coming Tuesday, and that is Membership Matters. And then next Friday night is our Date Night in Talent show, so tune in to watch that on Facebook and YouTube. That one's not a Zoom, that is just streaming directly to our social media channels. So thank you all for being here, and I wish you all a happy Passover today and a happy Easter this weekend. So thank you all, and we'll talk to y'all again soon.
Bye guys, thank you.